Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. I am so excited about today's video because today we are going to continue going through my singles. We are going to swatch everything. So in my last video I went through my neutral matte single eyeshadows. Today we are going to go through the neutral shimmery eyeshadow. So these are all type of shimmery eyeshadows from satin finish to actually foiled finish. Most of these are depotted from different palettes, but there are a few Makeup Geek singles here that I have purchased ages ago, so I don't know if you can even get them anymore after Makeup Geek was rebranded. And then the last part will be my colorful singles. Okay, so let's start with the pinky champagne colors, and also there is a white here because I thought it goes best into this category. The first two eyeshadows of these are from the Balm Shady Lady Special Edition palette, and they are more like satin finish eyeshadows. The eyeshadows in that palette are nothing too shimmery, but I actually love the finish of these eyeshadows. They are more subtle, and because of that I think they are beautiful highlighters also on my face, but also they work perfectly in my inner corner. The pink one I love to wear also on my lids. Pink is something that I tend to shy away from it, but this one I absolutely love. This third eyeshadow is from the Colourpop I Think I Love You palette, and it is a really icy pinky champagne. It's something I would only wear as highlighter, mainly in my inner corner because it's that intense, but it is absolutely beautiful. The fourth eyeshadow I honestly don't love that much. It is from the BH Cosmetics Curly Bible Deluxe Edition palette, and as you can see, compared to this Colourpop one, it's kinda lackluster, but then I feel it's supposed to be like more shimmery. Like it's not supposed to be subtle like this the Balm eyeshadow. But then it just lacks pigmentation. If I want it to be really visible, I would need to build it up. It's not that amazing, but I really don't hate it either, and the pan is rather small, so I think it's quite realistic to use it up. So because of that, at least right now I'm not decluttering it. I will rather try to use it up. Next we have here my favorite category, so golds. Then there is this one random champagne. I really didn't know where else to put this. It's also from the Balm Shady Lady Special Edition palette, and I love it. This is something I love to wear on my lid if I want just a really basic neutral eyeshadow look. The rest of these eyeshadows are golds, and I absolutely do love gold eyeshadow. Do I need all of this? Probably not. And can I even use up all of these? Probably not. But I love this, so I don't think I want to declutter any of these at this point. This first gold is from the Colourpop I Think I Love You palette, and it's just a really basic pale yellow gold. The second gold is from the BH Cosmetics Curly Bible Deluxe Edition palette, and it's deepest from these golds that I have here, but in my eyeshadow palettes I do have way deeper golds than this. I'm actually thinking of panning this one because I know the BH Cosmetics formula is not too difficult to pan, and I'm soon going to finish the shade Primavera from Modern Renaissance, and I do still have a lot of matte eyeshadows in that palette that I would prefer to wear with gold lid shade, so that's why I'm thinking of panning this one. The next eyeshadow is the shade Magic Act from Makeup Geek, so it's their foiled eyeshadow formula. Then next is a shade from the Jeffree Star Androgyny eyeshadow palette. And then last is an eyeshadow from the Colourpop I Think I Love You palette. This one is clearly more yellow and bold than the rest of these golds. Next we have here my rose golds, and I love this. These look so beautiful. I mean, look at all of these swatches. However, for one reason or another, I just don't wear rose gold eyeshadow that often. I really need to wear it more often because I do think it looks good on myself, and it's such a beautiful color family. Two of these are more clearly more cool toned, and then two of these are a little bit warmer. This first one, I don't even know if it really is a rose gold. It's like really cool toned shade. This is from the BH Cosmetics Carly Bible Deluxe Edition palette. It's not really a colorful shade, so the closest color family where I can put it into is the rose golds. So that's why it is over here. I love that eyeshadow, it's beautiful. I think I mentioned in my favorite shades, in my eyeshadow palettes video, that this is my favorite shade in that palette. This second eyeshadow over here is the shade Luna from Makeup Geek. It's a little bit warmer, but it's still a cool toned pinky rose gold. Then this one is also from Makeup Geek. The third eyeshadow, it is the shade Grand Stand. I think it is one of their best-selling eyeshadows. It is a beautiful rose gold. There's a chunk missing of mine, hopefully you can see it. It's not because I have used it so much, it's because when I got it, I dropped it and lost some eyeshadow, unfortunately, because of that. And then this last one is clearly the warmest of these. This is from the Colourpop I Think I Love You palette. Okay, we are moving into a little bit deeper or mid-toned eyeshadows. These are like kind of like neutral bronzes. They are not too warm, and I actually do love all of these eyeshadows. They are so beautiful. The first one is from the Balm Voyage 2 eyeshadow palette, and the second one is from the Balm Shady Lady Special Edition palette. And as you can see, they are so similar. I do not need both of them. However, I think I'm going to pan the one from the Balm Voyage 2 eyeshadow palette because it's a really small eyeshadow. I rather want to use it up than declutter it. This third eyeshadow is one of my favorites. It's absolutely beautiful. It is from the Pacifica Solar eyeshadow palette, and that palette was quite interesting because most of the eyeshadows in that palette, it was a multitasking palette with 6 eyeshadows, couple of cream highlighters, and a powder blush and a powder bronzer, I think. But most of the eyeshadows were like really lackluster, but this one is absolutely amazing. I don't understand why they didn't make all of the colors in this formula, because this is so beautiful. It's so metallic and I love it. Then this last one is from the Colourpop I Think I Love You palette. Next we have warmer bronzes and coppers. This first eyeshadow is actually quite light compared to the rest of these, but what comes to the actual tone, I think it went best to this category, so it is here right now, but I love it. It's also from the Balm Shady Lady Special Edition palette. The color of this one reminds me a lot of the Becca Champagne Pop highlighter. The next eyeshadow is from the Colourpop I Think I Love You palette, and it is a really warm, almost like orangey bronze. The next one is a little bit more neutral. It is from Makeup Geek and it's their foiled eyeshadow in Legend, but compared to the previous swatches, this one is still really warm. It just looks a little bit more neutral against these super warm orangey reddish shades. This one is also from Makeup Geek and it is their foiled eyeshadow in Flamethrower. It's like a true copper. This one is a little bit deeper copper. It is from the Colourpop I Think I Love You palette. And then there is this coppery bronze from the Jeffree Star Androgyny palette. And I'm actually going to declutter this eyeshadow. Not because I don't like it, but because I just don't go through these kind of eyeshadows so often that I should keep all of this. And this is a really large eyeshadow pan. It takes a lot of space in my C palette. And to be honest, I do like how this Makeup Geek Flamethrower one looks better because it's so super foiled and intense. So I do not need to keep all of these and I really need more space. So in my opinion, this eyeshadow is not worth taking that much space in my C palettes. So that is probably the only eyeshadow I'm going to declutter today. And then last but not least, we do have here 3 deeper shimmery browns. This first one is probably my favorite. It is from the BH Cosmetics Carly Bible Deluxe Edition palette. It's so beautiful. One of my favorite shades in that palette. The second one is from the Colourpop I Think I Love You palette. It is quite close to the eyeshadow from the Carly Bible Deluxe Edition palette. I don't think I really need both of these eyeshadows because I don't go through this kind of deeper brown eyeshadow that often, but I don't feel I'm right now ready to declutter any of the shades from the Colourpop I Think I Love You palette, and they are really small pans, so they don't take too much space. And then the last eyeshadow is clearly deeper. This is from the Pacifica Solar Eyeshadow Palette. It's different than the Treasure one, the beautiful bronze metallic shade that I showed you earlier. This is more like, kind of like a satiny type of finish with some shimmer to it. And I actually do like this one as outer corner shade. Okay, so those were my neutral shimmery eyeshadows swatched. I really do love these eyeshadows. These are my favorite type of eyeshadows in my collection. They are something I like to wear on my lid. They make me feel beautiful, and yeah, I just love them. I mean, I do still have more what I'm ever able to go through, but you know, that's why I'm doing the eyeshadow no-buy. The only eyeshadow from these that I'm going to declutter is this one from the Jeffree Star Androgyny eyeshadow palette, just because I do have the problem with space, and realistically I don't think I will ever go through a copper eyeshadow, let alone one in this size. So it's enough for me if I keep the flamethrower from Makeup Geek. That was everything for this video, and there will be one more part to swatching my eyeshadow singles, and those will be my colorful eyeshadows, so that should be fun. Thank you so much for watching this video, and see you in my next one. Bye bye!